John 15:16. You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you that you might go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, so that whatever you ask in my name, the Father will give to you. I grew up in the 50s in a little town pushed back against the Pacific Ocean. Occasionally, as the summer fog lifted, I would walk a mile or so down the beach. Across the dunes I would go. My shoes would fill with sand, and I threw stones into the ocean surges. An occasional starfish would wash up, and I would throw it back in. I would walk the beach looking for sand dollars and castaway junk. I would think that I would find something of great value, but seldom did. Sometimes I simply did nothing but stare at the constantly breaking waves. Time seemed to stop and yet pass quickly. At the end of my walks was a realization I had to return home. The urge to return was complicated because I had two paths. One path was retracing my steps back home and probably chores. But often the chosen path was to go over the dunes, along the schoolyard, across a 4-lane highway, and show up at my father's workplace. He was a mechanic in a small local shop. As I entered the place of wonder and greasy vocation, I would shout, "Hi, Dad." I walked over to see how you are doing. And with a smile, he pulled out a home-built roller stool and sat me down and gave me a soda. "How was the hike?" he would ask. And I would respond with my usual good. He acted as if he expected me. Not an overly emotional man, but I could tell he was glad I was there. I'm expected to go to another place someday, and my Heavenly Father is expecting me. He may not have a greasy stool or a Coke, but he may well ask me, "How was your hike?" There would be a smile on his face because he was glad to see me. What shall I call Jesus today? Jesus, my expectant greeter.